Chinese dramas in 2026 have already taken us into deadly palace games, supernatural kingdoms, restless martial arts worlds, and romances capable of crossing time itself. Today, we are counting down the 10 best Chinese dramas of 2026 so far. The list moves through historical romance, modern love stories, wuxia mysteries, and breathtaking fantasy. Stay until the end because our top 3 offer completely different kinds of love, and number 1 may become the historical romance that defines the year. Let's begin. Number 10. How Dare You? What happens when 2 office workers wake inside the same historical novel and realize the story has already marked them for disaster? Wang Churan leads How Dare You as Wang Chuihua, a workplace rookie transformed into the palace character Yu Wanyin. Cheng Lei plays Xiaohou Dan, the feared emperor who is secretly another modern traveler named Zhang San. Armed with knowledge of the original plot, the pair begin changing it from within. Survival requires comic improvisation, political strategy, and an alliance neither expected to become personal. This historical time travel comedy works because its leads are not helpless victims of fate. The fun comes from watching 2 intelligent outsiders outplay a story determined to kill them. Number 9. Generation to Generation. In Generation to Generation, the Jianghu is not divided neatly between heroes and villains. Every sect inherits old loyalties and old crimes. Bao Shanggen steps into the martial arts world as Cai Jiao, a free-spirited young woman sent to the Qingche sect. There, she crosses paths with Zhou Yiran's Mu Qingyan, a guarded young master linked to the demon sect and the massacre that destroyed his family. Their investigation uncovers buried identities and conflicts stretching across generations, while suspicion slowly gives way to trust. This wuxia mystery romance favors atmosphere over easy answers. Before Cai Jiao and Mu Qingyan can choose each other, they must decide which parts of their family's history deserve to survive. Number 8. Veil of Shadows. Beautiful faces are especially dangerous in Veil of Shadows, where demons, hunters, and supposed allies all arrive with something to conceal. At the center is Zhu Jingyi's Lu Wuyi, the youngest nine-tailed fox of a secretive organization. Sent with her sister to capture the fugitive demon Xiaowei, she infiltrates the Wei residence and becomes entangled with rival hunters pursuing divine power. Joseph Zheng, Chen Duling, and Tian Xiwei complete an ensemble built around shifting loyalties, supernatural history, and sacrifices that become increasingly personal. The drama's dark fantasy wuxia style is immediately recognizable, but its strongest weapon is uncertainty. The real mystery is not simply who is human or demonic, it is who can remain humane once the truth is revealed. Number 7. The Unclouded Soul. A century ago, Demon King Hong Ye gave his trust to a human princess and was betrayed on their wedding day. The Unclouded Soul brings that wound back to life when Xiao Yao, a carefree, half-human, half-demon girl, accidentally awakens him. Tan Song-yoon plays both Xiao Yao and the face Hong Ye remembers, while Ho Minghao gives the Demon King a mixture of power, suspicion, and lingering grief. Around them, humans and demons search for the mythical Yulai Spring, believing it can grant immortality or centuries of cultivation. The xianxia romance becomes more than another battle between realms. Its emotional tension comes from one impossible challenge. Xiao Yao must prove she is not the woman Hong Ye has spent 100 years trying to forgive. Number 6. Shine on Me. Shine on Me lowers the fantasy and raises the emotional realism. Zhao Jinmai brings warmth and resilience to Nie Shiguang, a young woman leaving university heartbreak behind as she enters professional life. At work, she meets Lin Yusen, portrayed by Song Weilong, a former neurosurgeon whose hand injury forced him to abandon medicine and rebuild himself in the corporate world. Their connection does not rely on instant attraction. It grows through patience, mutual respect, and the realization that moving forward is not the same as forgetting the past. As a modern workplace romance, Shine on Me understands that love cannot repair everything. What it can do is give two people the courage to choose a future they had stopped imagining. Number 5. Love Beyond the Grave. How can a mortal general promise forever to someone who has already lived for 400 years? Dilraba Dilmurat embodies He Simu, the formidable ghost king at the heart of Love Beyond the Grave. Arthur Chen plays Duan Shu, a young general carrying an object connected to her distant past and secrets that make him just as difficult to understand. A supernatural pact allows them to share 5 senses, letting He Simu experience color, warmth, taste, and the fragile beauty of mortal life. This Chinese fantasy romance surrounds them with war, supernatural conspiracies, and gothic imagery, but its deepest conflict is time. Every borrowed sensation becomes precious because Duan Shu cannot live forever, and He Simu may be forced to remember him long after everything else disappears. Number 4. Never-Ending Summer. Some first loves end quietly. Never-Ending Summer follows one that leaves consequences stretching far beyond youth. Bao Shang'an plays Zhou Wan, a gifted student desperately trying to pay for her grandmother's treatment. She approaches Lu Xixiao, played by Zhou Keiyu, a wealthy teenager whose rebellious exterior conceals profound grief. What begins as a practical arrangement creates a connection complicated by family relationships, financial inequality, and choices neither is mature enough to fully understand. Instead of idealizing young love, this Chinese youth romance allows it to be tender, selfish, painful, and unfinished. The title promises an endless summer, but the story knows that youth always ends. What remains is whether two people can meet again after becoming someone new. Number 3. A Splendid Match. For Gu Jinzhao, returning home is not a reunion. It is an entrance into a household where affection, status, and marriage are all forms of power. Ren Min gives A Splendid Match its rebellious center, as the daughter once neglected by her parents and raised away from the Gu family. Back inside their world, she refuses to become the quiet, obedient woman everyone expects. That defiance draws enemies, several interested suitors, and the attention of Qi Sha's Chen Yenyun, whose relationship with her develops amid family schemes and social pressure. Elegant costumes frame the historical romance, but Jin Zhao's personality keeps it alive. Her greatest victory is not being chosen by the right man. It is refusing to let anyone else decide what kind of woman she should become. Number 2. Love Between Lines. What if the person who captivates you inside a fictional mystery turns out to be just as fascinating in real life? Love Between Lines pairs Chen Xingxu and Lu Yuxiao as Xiao Zhiyu and Hu Shu, two strangers who meet inside a Republic of China-themed murder mystery game. Within the scripted world, espionage, danger, and assumed identities draw their characters together. Outside it, an unexpected real-world encounter forces them to understand each other without costumes or assigned roles. The drama moves confidently between an immersive historical mystery and a contemporary urban romance, giving the same chemistry two different textures. Few love stories make fantasy and reality complement each other this naturally. It makes falling for someone feel like solving the same mystery twice. Number 1. Pursuit of Jade. At number 1, Pursuit of Jade turns a snowbound rescue into an expansive story about marriage, revenge, war, and two people discovering their own strength. Tian Xiwei plays Fan Changyi, a resilient butcher's daughter who finds an injured stranger and carries him home. Zhang Linghe is Shi Zheng, the fallen nobleman hiding his identity as the Marquis of Wuan while investigating the massacre of his family. A marriage of convenience protects Changyi's household, but their practical agreement changes as danger pulls them from village life into political conflict and battle. Comedy gives their relationship warmth. Action gives it scale. Most importantly, neither character exists only to save the other. They build each other's future, and that makes Pursuit of Jade our #1 historical romance so far. From the palace chaos of How Dare You to the emotional scale of Pursuit of Jade, the best Chinese dramas of 2026 so far have offered far more than one kind of story. Now it is your turn. Which title is your best C-drama of 2026? And what Chinese drama recommendations should be included in our next list? Share your ranking below, like the video, and subscribe for more C-drama countdowns, historical romances, and fantasy series. Thanks for watching.